Hello everybody, this is Oliver from Neo, and today we are going to talk about how to do green tea in a bigger quantity. So actually we Europeans or Westerners are most familiar in doing most of the time a big pot of tea, using some tea for it and then drinking it in several portions at the table or wherever we are or with friends. Most of the Japanese people, they have a kyusu, so this is around 250 milliliters of water, and this style, or mostly we are not equipped or we are not used to do it in the Japanese style. So today I wanted to see how can we actually stay a little bit in our zone, where how we do or how we want to do the tea, and using a little bit of the Japanese style and profiting also there from a bigger amount of green tea or of tea done in one tea session. Now let's have a look at this. So I actually prepared here everything in three different teacups, so teapots. Here we have a bigger one, a teapot, here also a bigger one, and the small kyusu. So actually what I want to do is that I take just one. Normally when we do tea, then we just put in the tea, we leave it there for maybe 5, 7, 10 minutes, and then we're gonna leave it there, and we just pour the tea little by little out of it. This is in tisane, so in kind of fruit tea or something like this, in tea mixes which can stay longer in the tea. This is how we used to do it. Then we have the Japanese style with the kyushu, and here with this one I want to do an experiment. Actually, that I pour in a green tea, I leave it in for a minute, I take out the water and I put it in again with some more water, steep it again, and put it then again back into the cup, so that we really see the differences and that we see the different steeping methods. Okay, so let's get right into it. We take this one here and we just pour in the water which I prepared. It's around 65 degrees Celsius, and I just fill it up. Then we have the Japanese style. So in the kyushu, also pour it in here. Voila, around 150 milliliters of water. And here we have the third teapot, here also pouring in around 130 milliliters. And just put the tea heater there. Okay, good. What we are actually using for this tea session is the Tamario Kucha Besaku, so actually a Tamario Kucha, so I turned tea. It has a little bit of round needles. I'm just gonna show you that. The good thing about this tea that it only needs around 1 minute to be steeped, and what you can see here, able to show nice, is that the tea leaves are actually kind of round needle shapes like this. So this is actually pretty neat and pretty beautiful tea, which you can steep only very little time. So actually we're gonna just take it out from the Japanese, from the kyushu. So only a short time in. This would be then the Japanese style. Then here we do something special. So actually we pour the tea in. The sift inside of this teapot doesn't work too much. And what we will do now, here we're gonna just leave it in, and we're gonna pour this actually back into the teapot. Voila. And we're gonna reuse it. Here this one we leave like this, and here actually we just gonna leave it in for 20 seconds more, Voila, and I think this one's done too. So now the leaves opened up pretty much, so only small amount of tea leaves are coming back through the sift of this. I think I'm just gonna take this one here out. Voila. That it doesn't steep longer in the water. And here, here we left in now the tea for a longer time. We are here about 3 minutes already. So after 3 minutes, we try it out now. We just take it already. Voila. So actually, I think we just take here out this one here, the sift. Good. So what you already can see is often people ask me, but can't I do it in a big teapot to make a bigger amount of tea? So actually what you can do is you use either a kyusu, which is like the normal part, or the normal Japanese style. Here the tea has a nice creamy note. It's very veggie, no astringency, nothing to it. So really a good cup of green tea coming from this Tamarillo Kucha. And here I even have more grassiness coming in. So a really nice tea. Here, flavor issue is 0. So actually the best variant is definitely this one here, just from the tasting now, or a proven variant is definitely this one. So you actually can take this, this cup here. Then let's taste the second variant. So I just poured in twice the water. So actually you can double the amount of water and then really reuse it. What you can see already is through this 2 times steeping, it's even getting stronger in color than the first steeping. So it actually gives more power apparently to the tea, or to the taste at least. And still very sweet, no bitterness to it. So it actually gives more flavor. So you actually can use more water. Here we had less in. Here we got more. We have more water which we used. So actually here you can size up the amount of water to have 2, 3, 4 cups of tea. Maybe 3, not really 4, but you can definitely do it like this. So like this, you just re-steep the tea, and you do it at actually the same way like this one, just that you pour in twice the same amount of water, and then you can just use it for bigger quantities, and you're gonna keep a very nice, sweet, non-astringent tea. Here a little bit, then we go to the third option, and this is really, it seems to be no option. So when you just look at the color here from the first steeping from the kyusu, and this one here, it's much less strong. So here compared with this one, so you really see the difference. Now let's go for the taste. Yeah, it has just much less taste, as the color already indicates. Already in the nose, here we have a sweet taste. Here, a really watery taste. So actually, what you can see is here with this one, actually you have kind of diluted tea. Not an optimal way to do it. You can leave it longer in. It would certainly gain a little bit more in taste, but what the problem is, when you steep it longer, you also get more astringency into your tea. So this is actually not the best option. So to do a higher quantity of tea, the kyusu is made for 1 steeping, but what it is good actually, when you pour in a second or maybe even a third, maybe we do just the third one with this one here, is actually that you can do a higher amount of tea. Let's just fill it up and maybe pour this back in here that we can have it. So actually you have 1, 2, or even take a third glass here. So you got actually a simple way of doing more green tea. Maybe I just, voila. Okay, we leave it like this. And then you pour it in and you have a beautiful color of the tea, which you then can share with your friends. One. Give more in. One. Voila. And then you have 3 beautiful cups of green tea from the same tea. Let's go for the taste. It's really pretty nice. You got this sweetness in the tea, you got the flavor, this grassy flavor from this summer tea is more or less known for. It has a nice umami, so a nice sweetness, savory note to it. A little bit of even a small, not a strong nutty flavor, but a little bit of this creamy nutty taste. And you have certainly also in each cup the same taste. So here with the kyusu, the problem is you have the first cup is actually pretty nice, then a second one is also a good brewing, third and fourth and fifth will then lower in taste. So actually you have to pour in each glass, then you have to pour again, wait a little bit, meanwhile this cools a little bit down, you pour it back. So it's a little bit more complicated, especially when you share a tea. So here actually what I can tell you is this variant, you just pour in once, you wait for it, then you pour it back in the glass, you pour it back in, you add some water, and then you're gonna share with 2 or 3 friends of yours your tea. Simple way to do more tea without having astringency or other particles which you don't want in the tea, which makes it a little bit more bitter, astringent, or unpleasant to drink. Here is the way to do a higher amount of green tea. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.